Sham Kagod here. Now, before I start the discussion, if there is no issue with the sound, please give me a thumbs up so that I know that I'm audible and we can start the discussion. Done. Let's start then. Let's start. So, welcome to the first class for Indian economy, right? We are going to discuss a lot of concepts, lot of topics from GS paper 3 and the syllabus that we'll be covering. Right? I'll show you the list of the topics that we are going to cover. Don't worry. The syllabus that we are going to cover, it is for both UPSC preliminary examination, that is civil services prelims examination, as well as mains examination. Now, before I start the discussion, here is a very important announcement. I believe all of you have received a feedback form for the polity classes which have finished for you. Right? There's a list, the last class. Please fill up. Provide your honest feedback. Right? So don't forget to provide the feedback for the polity classes. Now, with that announcement, let's start. So, to begin with, I just want you to have a glimpse of the syllabus as well as what should be the preparation strategy for the Indian economy. Now, why Indian economy is important? Why should you read this subject for civil services? This is a very important reason. Look at the number of questions which have appeared in both mains as well as the prelims. And just because I've given it in the graph, it looks nice. Don't start by hearting everything. And will UPSC ask you? Will UPSC ask you this particular graph? Absolutely no. You don't have to by heart. And many of the students will basically say, sir, whatever you have given in the PPT, I simply by heart everything. Not required. Not at all needed. But it is important. Why? On an average, around 15 questions will appear in the civil services preliminary examination from Indian economy. Around 15 questions. And around 5 to 6 questions will appear in the mains examination, right? Some of them will be for 10 marks, some of them will be for 15 marks, right? I hope you know this now. By now, it should be very clear to you. In UPSC mains examination, let's say GS paper 3, 20 questions. First 10 questions will be 150 words, right? That is a word limit into 10 marker. And the next 10 questions will be 250 words into 15 marker. So some of these questions will come in the 10 marker and some questions on the 15 marker. Right, so this is the reason why we generally give a very, very high weightage importance to the subject of Indian economy. And if you look at the questions which have appeared, which I would strongly recommend you to do, and we will also be looking at what kind of questions have come, how do you solve, is it relevant to what you're studying in the classroom, right? What should be your preparation strategy? We'll have a discussion. Please don't worry about it. I would recommend this to you. Please be very careful with your current affairs. I tell this to every batch that I come across, not just to your batch. I tell this to every batch that I come across. Be very, very careful with your current affairs. Because many of the students have this strategy wherein they'll simply say, sir, I read this book, right? Book A. I read book B. I studied book C. So I've studied 3 books. I've revised it twice from all of the books, right? Is it sufficient for me to write UPSC examination? I would simply say, don't read multiple books. Don't read multiple books. Use only one reference book more than sufficient. Listen to me very carefully. I'm making your UPSC preparation easier, especially for those students who are generally afraid of Indian economy. I know there are many students who will simply say, sir, Indian economy, right? I've never understood and I'm always afraid of economy. Don't be, right? Argument is simple. You can take up any chapter, read 10 books on this chapter. Concept will be same. Might be that explanation will vary from one